Hey Fitbody family, Ben Jones here, and today I want to be able to go over some super important things here. And I think again, so much of your fitness journey has to do with up here, what's in your head. It's your mindset. And so today I want to be able to go over the key thing that I really feel holds people back, and it's this right here. It's the comfort zone. Okay, so what exactly is the comfort zone? So you think about this, naturally that we all want to go to this place and do what's easy, right? You think about it, doing things that are difficult, that cause pain, that, are just, it's stuff that we quite honestly, human nature is to avoid things that cause discomfort. However, this is where the crazy thing is that you don't grow, you don't get better, you don't improve yourself unless you do these uncomfortable things. A prime example of this is just your fitness journey, right? Is as you start working out, you got to think about it. Muscles don't get stronger unless you lift weights, unless you run. Your cardiovascular system is not going to get better unless you put a stress on it. And the reason that you get stronger, that your endurance goes up, is because you put a stress on your body. Your body's like, wow, what just happened? And you break it down, you cause damage, but then it rebuilds itself and it gets stronger, right? And you think about it, it's like that in so many areas in your life. So again, I want to point this out, all right? So here's the comfort zone. Here's you, happy. All right, I'm living inside the comfort zone, right? And you think about this, every time you try to break outside the comfort zone, typically the first thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get butterflies in your stomach. You're gonna get anxiety. You're gonna start letting this thing called fear take over, all right? And I like this acronym for fear. It stands for false expectations appearing real. All right, because you think about what exactly is fear. It's this whole thing, you're thinking of what could be, what could go wrong. And instead of focusing on what could go wrong, why not focus on what could go right? How can my life change? And it's not just with fitness, it's in every area of your life. A prime example of this, maybe I'll talk to, maybe some of the guys right now. You think about this, you've seen an attractive woman, you want to go over and talk to her, and you probably get the butterflies in your stomach. Or ladies, maybe the same thing. Maybe there's a guy that you have a crush on. Many of you are married as you're watching this, and you got to think about this. If you let fear hold you back from going to talk to your now spouse, would you be married? The answer is no, of course not. All right, what about so many other things in life? For me, a biggest thing was joining the military in high school. That was probably one of the most nerve-wracking things I'd ever done, especially at the time that I joined. It was pretty much a guarantee that I was going to Iraq or Afghanistan. However, I would not be where I am. That the military has been one of the greatest things that's ever happened for me and being able to help me to grow. So you guys, I want to just give you a few principles here to really apply this and help you to understand, to see, are you holding yourself back or are you really utilizing yourself in your full potential? Okay, first thing, all right, is that when you stay inside the comfort zone, you die inside here, okay? The growth does not happen inside the comfort zone. And again, another thing to think about this, all right? So when you're growing, maybe it's like going through college, you're striving, and you've accomplished this goal, and now, you think about it, it's taken work, it's uncomfortable, it takes a lot of hard work to accomplish these goals, and then once you get there, so many of us we've arrived, and you stop trying. And you think about it, if you're not growing, you're either going backwards, right? It's the same thing with your body. What happens with aging? When you stop working out, what naturally happens? Your body breaks down muscle. You lose your conditioning. You go backwards, right? And eventually what happens in death is that your body degrades to the point that it stops functioning. Okay, so you guys, there's no in between. Either you're growing or you're dying. Okay, so here's the thing. You want to make it a point that every single time, in anything in life, you're constantly trying to challenge yourself. You're constantly growing. One of the big things that I personally look at, it's not just physically, but, on anything in life, maybe there's a goal that I look at and I think, okay, is this going to be something that's impossible, or is it just going to take a lot of work? The other thing I look at is, does it give me butterflies in my stomach? All right, does it make me nervous? If the answer is yes, then that means that I'm on to something good. And so I challenge you that if you're not doing something that doesn't put butterflies in your stomach, that doesn't make you nervous, you're not challenging yourself and you're not growing, and you're staying inside this comfort zone. So again, growth, it happens outside your comfort zone, okay? Now, the other thing to think about are obstacles. That so many times that your obstacles, it means that you're doing something good. Think about this. Maybe it's just joining Fitbody Bootcamp. You're super excited. You're ready to do this, and then all of a sudden, man, the kids get sick, or you know what, you start having to work extra hours at work, or maybe you have some injury, or maybe there's some sort of obstacle, something that gets in the way, and now all of a sudden you're back to where you started, you're losing focus, right? Here's the key thing, and this is what separates champions from losers. Champions figure out how to overcome obstacles. Losers use them as an excuse. Now, none of you are losers because you wouldn't be here, all right? And you're all champions. It's just getting into the right mindset of this, that obstacles means that you're doing something good. That means you're stepping outside your comfort zone and you're challenging yourself, okay? And you guys, here's the big thing that you really got to think about. You know, talking about this whole thing with being a champion. Are you a champion or are you a victim? Okay? You know, victims will say, well, you know, I had this happen. You know, that I've picked up extra hours at work, and you know that it's just too much time and effort, or I'm spending time away from my family, or you know, it's just I don't want to give up my, you know, big bowl of pasta or ice cream at night, and it's too hard, and it's this and it's that and it's this. So here's the thing, you know, are you being a victim and then justifying your lack of results in any area of life, whether it's fitness or anything else? Are you using an excuse, or are you finding a way to overcome that? Okay, you know, I heard this that it really kind of stuck out to me, is that either you can have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both, right? So mentally look at yourself. Are you being a victim? Are you doing things that are sabotaging yourself? And you guys, if you are, hey, at least you identify it now, and then you jump forward and you kind of reset and be like, okay, it's time to do something, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Now, you guys, the biggest thing, just I challenge you, focus on these 4 things here. Step outside that comfort zone. Do things that make you nervous. Do things that scare you. Do things that are going to cause you to grow. Because here's the thing, that's where greatness happens. That's where all your results, your dreams, everything else, it happens outside of this little bubble, this myth called the comfort zone here. So anyways, guys, give that a shot. Been here. Keep doing some great things. And we'll see you at the next workout.